Hello dear students, I am Mr. Haitham. We are going to explain Pride and Prejudice chapter 2, which is called Jane's Illness. Jane received a note from Miss Bingley inviting her to have dinner with her and her sister Mrs. Hurst. Mrs. Bennet insisted on sending Jane on a horseback as the weather was bad and she could stay overnight, as she knew that Mr. Bingley wasn't here and she wanted Jane to stay to see Mr. Bingley. She would mostly like to see Mr. Bingley the next morning. The plan worked well, and Jane didn't return Longbourn that night. They received a note that Jane was ill. Elizabeth was worried and set off straight away on foot through the muddy field to Netherfield, and that shows that Elizabeth cared a lot about her sister Jane. Elizabeth had the feeling that Mr. Bingley's sister disapproved her. They told her that Jane had to stay in bed. Here we see Lizzie went to see her sister, as she was seriously ill and couldn't leave the bed. Jane wanted Elizabeth to stay with her, so Miss Bingley invited Elizabeth to stay until her sister was completely well. Bingley was very concerned about Jane's condition. Bingley's sister began to criticize Elizabeth as she was in a terrible condition with dirty clothes and messy hair. Mrs. Hurst believed that Elizabeth's chances to find a good husband were very poor because her family was of low standard. Mrs. Bennet came to see Jane in Mr. Bingley's house, and she proved to be stupid and ignorant. Mr. Darcy confessed his own faults. Once his good opinion of someone is lost, it is lost forever. Elizabeth accused Darcy that he hates and dislikes everyone. Darcy replied that it was Elizabeth who misunderstands everyone. Questions. Number 1. Mr. Bingley disagreed with his sister on criticizing Elizabeth, as Netherfield discussed. Number 2. Mrs. Bennet continued to embarrass everyone who was there at the house of Mr. Bingley. Discuss. Number 3. She's got a fever and is not well enough to leave her room. Comment. Number 4. Whatever you say of her family, it doesn't make them less good company. Comment. Number 5. Show some of Elizabeth's personal traits when she came to visit her sister Jane at Bingley's house. Number 6. What do you think of Bingley's reaction toward Elizabeth? And now with the answers. Number 1. He said that she cared a lot for Jane to come all the way on foot. Number 2. She talked in a strange way, which proved her to be stupid and ignorant. Number 3. Miss Bingley said these words to Elizabeth at Mr. Bingley's house when she went to see Jane and said that she was very ill. Number 4. Mr. Bingley said these words to Mrs. Hurst when she was talking about Jane. Mr. Bingley was defending Jane's family. Number 5. Elizabeth's character is clearly shown in this chapter. She appeared to be a caring and a loving sister. She also appeared to be self-confident and brave. Number 6. Bingley's sister's reaction was rude. They disapproved Elizabeth's behavior. They believed that it was unnecessary to come all that way just to see her sister. Thank you for listening.